4 years old, you had put me on my bike. You had placed training wheels on either side and pushed me as if I could fly. Flash forward into middle school, guys and girls only talking about what it takes to be cool. And it's hard not to buckle with all that pressure. In your eyes, it's like I'd been doing fine, but I believe the lie that I'd never measure up to the prettiest, smartest, or most athletic kid. So RIP to my heart, I believe they'd never accept me, no matter what I did. To my surprise, we were all in the same boat, lost in nothing but popularity and our phones, all begging for answers by the time we got home. But no one thought anything was wrong. Spinning in chaotic hearts pressured with sinful things, I watched my friends' parents laugh it off. Oh, they're just teens. I heard parents say this is just a stage, it'll all be over in a while. Well, they say actions become habits, and habits a lifestyle. Flash forward into high school, we are all still stuck in this rut. You ask us how our day was, and suddenly good makes the cut. By the grace of God, I was pulled away from this so-called high school life, but now I long to help those who struggle with a problem that once was and sometimes still is mine. The word says, let no one look down on you because you are young, but set an example for believers in faith. So I pray to God for humble and honest words to say. I ask not only myself, but the teens around me for what their soul cries for. And the result struck me hard and deeper than my core. A glimpse of a broken generation, the excuses for a lost child by a so-called means of modern adaptation. To the fathers, your daughter desires to be seen as beautiful for more than her outward appearance. She needs you to be the man in her life who not only leads her to the Lord, but provides her with assurance. Your boy wants to prove to you he has what it takes, regardless of his unsteady soul and previous mistakes, whether his passion is sports, acting, or music. Fill his soul with a mighty God and guide him to take his gift and use it. To mothers, show your son what a woman of God looks like. He's growing up in a world that displays a perverted image of what a woman is on something as big as a billboard sign. The world does not encourage godliness or purity. Guide him and fill him with a gentleman's maturity, and your daughters seem to be caught in a comparison trap. Teach her that joy doesn't come from talking about another woman behind her own back. It's not easy for her to sit there while you scoff at another woman who is less than you or is weak in her faith. Teach her to be still and to walk with a gentle grace. I find it strange that society sets the bar so low for those young in life. We want to be believed in, and if you set the bar higher, would we reach it? Well, I think we might. From what I've seen and experienced, we don't believe in ourselves, who we are at our core. Ever wonder why teens walk aimlessly through every open door? We are a generation longing for the old. We are a generation being taught that love is only bought and sold. I'm young, but I've heard my calling from the Lord, and I'm scared that you'll doubt me. I need your support. Money, riches, and a carefree life is what society preaches, but obedience, wisdom, and following our call is what our Creator teaches. I've seen my friends give themselves away, get drunk on the weekends just to wake up and do it again. They say history repeats itself, and yes, that includes sin. My friend once told me he would watch his parents drink and get wasted for the night. Then in the years to come, I watched him do the same thing with his own life. And as much as you think most teens just need their private world and cold, dark space, the thing we really need is simple communication, face to face. It always bothered me how my friends just couldn't survive without their phone. Then one day I was attempting to converse with an adult, and he couldn't do without his own. And I know a parent isn't supposed to be a friend, but if I can't talk to you on my level and in my shoes, I'll eventually give in, and the enemy will have one more young soul to break and bend. And I know it's cliche for me to say, you don't understand me. And yes, I know that you were once a teen, but the world has grown strangely and sickly dim, and it's becoming almost unbearable not to give in. And we need you to try on our shoes, because things are different, more than they have ever been. And things getting darker, well, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I speak my words with respect, and I speak them for my generation. I pray for not only my life, but the life of this nation. I pray for hope and a peace for what the days and years ahead may bring. I pray that no matter what the world throws at the body of Christ, we will never stop screaming his name. So for the parents, relatives, teachers, and counselors in faith, what we need of you is to walk with us in this ever-darkening place. Walk steadily alongside us and show us a Christ-like grace, so that someday for the generation following us, we can do the same. Sincerely, my generation.